This was, or is, my country. We are not a third world society. If you have demonized Jewish people in your mind, you are mentally ill. Because let me tell you something, without you continually enabling it, without you continually collaborating, it would not happen. Oh, he's got mental health problems, it's got nothing to do with blah, 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 blah. We have a huge issue with Islam. Hello, it's Paul Cox here, and on April the 29th, a Muslim man stabbed two Jewish men, 130 and 170, in Golders Green in North London. The attack was carried out by a Muslim Somalian with British citizenship. He set about a Jew hunt in one of London's most densely populated Jewish areas with the deliberate intent to cause terror. I don't care what you think anymore. We have a huge issue with Islam. Not all Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslim. What I'm about to show you is CCTV footage of what took place yesterday. If you don't think that this is an issue, then I'm afraid you are part of the problem.
He found an elderly man standing at a bus stop. He saw him put his Jewish skull cap on, and then he repeatedly stabbed the man in his 70s in broad daylight.
I'll confess something now. As I'm recording this, it's 3 a.m. on Thursday, the 30th of April. So the day or a matter of 12 hours after the attack. And I had a fairly busy day on the Wednesday, doing a bunch of things after having worked at GB News until 3 a.m. I woke up and I thought, I was aware of this story, I'm going to check it out, and my blood boiled. The reason it boiled is because this was, or is, my country. I don't have anywhere else to go. Unlike many people involved in these terror attacks, I can't just go back somewhere else. I have to stand up for this country and help return it to what it once was, which was not perfect, but it was not this. We find ourselves in a situation now where on the British Isles, due to ultra-progressive left-wing ideologues who support mass immigration for the benefit of votes and therefore for the benefit of their own good, and have enabled, encouraged even, this type of attack to happen because of the way they have behaved politically. There is no room for this in our society. We are not a third world society. British people, Jewish people, good people, all have the right to live in peace. The Jewish people have their own police/security service who were part of apprehending this terrorist today alongside the Metropolitan Police. Why, you might ask, do they have their own police service? This is why. If you have demonized Jewish people in your mind because you believe that what's happened in the Middle East is affecting you and therefore they have every right to be attacked, you are mentally ill. You are responsible indirectly for these continued terror attacks. This is Golders Green, where just over the space of a 4 to 6 week period, There was ambulance set alight. There was other attacks. The police jump in, the media jump in. Whoa, this is not good. Oh, hashtag no to anti-Semitism. And then they go away again and wait for the next attack. This is not what we should settle for. This is enabled by our political leaders. Look at the political leaders we have in charge of the country and in charge of London. Sadiq Khan has been in power in London, a Pakistani Muslim man who seems to be entirely blind to all of this, irrespective of coming out and paying some half-assed tribute to the Jewish people of North London and talking about multiculturalism, and Rowley, who's the head of the Metropolitan Police, saying exactly the same, half-assed. Patrick Christie's, whose monologue from his show yesterday said that he was at that scene when Mark Rowley, the head of the Metropolitan Police, did a press conference banging on about multiculturalism. And he looked, according to Patrick, like he never wanted to be there, like it was an inconvenience. They all got heckled, by the way. The mayor was nowhere to be seen, of course. Goodness only knows where he is. In fact, the last time he was seen, he was in Spain, shaking the hand of their socialist leader, who's just given citizenship to 500,000 of these people, who they're going to put to work, apparently, and build their economy. Well, is it worth it? Is this worth it? No's the answer. Categorically no. This is a great nation. Not for its history, which is also great, and I'm not ashamed of, and neither should you be, but for a millennia or more of growth in culture, in behaviour, in integrity, in standing up for what we believe in, standing up against tyranny. And what we've got now is a situation where we are being told by left-wing ideologues, wherever you may look, perpetuated by the mainstream media, that this is okay and this is what the future looks like. It's just one off. He's just a lone wolf. He's mentally ill. It won't happen again. He's a Welsh choir boy. Please don't criticise the people of Islam. They're not all this way. Well, they are clearly not doing anything about it, are they? You've got to police your own. They do not like the Jewish people. And by the way, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of British, white British, black British, anything British people believe that this type of attack is justified because of what is going on in the Middle East. Because Israel bad. Because Donald Trump bad. Because Netanyahu bad. Everything else good. Gaza good. Hamas good. Hezbollah good. And every person who turns the other cheek and says, I'm not going to look at this, because actually I partially support this, I understand how this happened, is indirectly responsible for these attacks time and time and time again. We either admit we have a problem like an alcoholic and say, we have an Islam problem in this country. We have a left-wing terrorism problem in this country. The first people to come out on social media, like Zach Polanski and Sadiq Khan, people of the Labour Party with huge anti-Semitism issues at the very centre of their policy, let alone the people in their party, telling us that this is bad. Oh, is it? Is it bad? Because let me tell you something, without you continually enabling it, without you continually collaborating, it would not happen. Whose side are you on? We can see you for who you are. I'm glad, obviously, that both these gentlemen seem to be not in a life-threatening situation, and I hope that remains. Both just going about their business. Look at the first video. 30-year-old man walking down the street minding his own business. Fatty Muslim boy runs straight into him and stabs him immediately. Oh, he's got mental health problems. It's got nothing to do with blah, 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 blah. A 70-year-old man stood at the bus stop, going about his business, putting on his skull cap, which gives permission to this fat Muslim prick to continue his terrorism attack. Look, I'm sorry if you're watching this and you don't like the tone. I'm sorry if the people that are telling you it's a problem you think are bigoted and racist. I don't care if you would be glad if this happened to you or your family, because the British people deserve it, because the West deserve it, because of what went on in the Middle East 20, 30, 100 years ago. Blair started this invasion. It was perpetuated by every other Prime Minister since. This guy was from Somalia. He's called a British citizen. I wouldn't call him a British citizen. A British citizen doesn't do this. A British citizen doesn't walk into Golders Green, probably one of the most densely populated Jewish areas in London, and just opens attack because he doesn't like Jewish people. Every Palestine march, every keffiyeh-wearing middle-class do-gooder that has enabled this shit to happen is indirectly responsible. This isn't going to stop. This isn't going to go away. You have to change the politics. You have to get out there and vote for every single party, no matter who they are, that's going to stop this rot. We will be giving our country away from the top down if we do not stop it. If you like this content, please subscribe, share, press the bell to be reminded of when I am releasing a video, which is almost on a daily basis at the moment. Check out my This Is series. But until next time, please keep it real.